Today we have our clients from Northern California that are going to be coming out to here in Austin, right? We're going to be spending a whole day together. The first half of the day we're really going to be just working, right? I'm going to be helping them. I got them to bring up all their KPIs on a sheet. So we're going to be going through that, diagnosing constraints, and working with them to actually close some deals. So the goal is to close some deals while they're here to obviously pay for this trip for them. And it's also going to be cool. It's also going to be cool to document it and share it with you guys. And after that, we have a podcast lined up because I really want to share their stories, where they came from. Because obviously, one of them, for example, Gerald, who you're going to get to meet, he was a barber. Joseph used to run a production company, make music. So they all come from backgrounds that are not real estate. And then we have reservations at 9 p.m. At a really, really nice steakhouse that I got. I got reservations for. So yeah, we're just gonna take you guys along the way and just share a Saturday of what it looks like to work with wholesalers making multiple six figures a year in revenue. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Right on.
Yeah.
What steakhouse are we going to?
Steakhouse, we're going to Boa. Funny thing about Boa, when I looked online, there were no reservations, right? So when I was walking I was walking to Chick-fil-A to get lunch yesterday, and I walked back and I found the manager because they were just standing out front talking to another client or another customer. And I ran up to her. I was like, "Hey, I got clients coming in tomorrow. I need to get reservations for tomorrow, right?" And she pulled up her phone. She's like, "I can get you in for 9 o'clock." I was like, "Awesome." So now I got her number. That taught me it's like if you just know people, you'll find a way in. So, but it's a really nice place. I went there and it's a really nice place. So pretty glad I snagged last minute reservations there.
Yeah. How long have you been in Austin?
I've been in Austin since December 20th, probably almost a month now. 2 days, another 2 days, it's the 18th, so 2 more days and it's been a month. So, dude, I love it so far. Austin's fucking awesome.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Should we show everybody the new place?
We should. Yeah, let's show everybody the new place. This is the entrance. This is the entrance. It's a nice little hallway. It goes in. So over here is washer dryer. It's nothing fancy. It's washer dryer. And then if we go to the right, this is where my kitchen. This is where I work. This is my little sanctuary, I guess. This is my TV. I don't have a couch yet. I thought about getting one, but for now, I'm pretty happy with the cot. I just use the TV because it's nice speakers and it's good to watch courses, videos, things like that on. Yeah, the view's pretty nice. The view is, like, you look over there, there's the Capitol. You look out there, that's the Longhorn Stadium. UT Austin's over there. There's a park on the other side, but there's a little square thing over there, which is pretty cool. And then the airport's that way, so the view's kind of nasty. Forward. And then over here, I got a little wine cooler. It's just sparkling water because it's all I drink. My little charting area. Let's try not to show the floor. Try not to show the floor. Please don't show the floor. This is the bed. This is my bed. I got pillows and I got Mr. Benji Bear over there. That's my 8 sleep. It's a mattress cover that like cools your bed and heats your bed when you sleep. It's by far one of the best investments I've ever got in my life. And actually pushing our clients to get it because I know that if they do well, they make more money, I make more money, we all win, right? So it all comes out to sleep. This is a secondary restroom. There's not much here, but this is where the money is. And this is where my office is. I think it's really fun working here because over there, out there, you can see the airport. Back here, you can see, normally, you can see people running around. So it's a pretty nice view. On the 51st floor, so it's pretty fucking high.
How many hours are you spending in this room alone?
In this room, so probably from like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock is when I finish most of my meetings. And then from 3 to 8, I'll go out there, I'll work the office suites on like deeper work or team calls, whatever the case is. After that, I'll typically come back from the office, and if I need to shoot content, which I try to do every single day, I will just go back in there, crank up the fan, and just start grinding content for like another 3 hours. And then after that, I'll probably just Uber eat something and just knock out in bed. So
right.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple day. I don't do much. I just sleep, work, and maybe eat sometimes.
And how long have you been doing what you're doing?
The agency or content?
Agency.
So the agency I've been doing since I was 15. I'm 19 now, so I've been doing it for 4 years. Started when I was in high school, right? I started as a freshman in high school during COVID, and then just quote unquote never given up, and a few short years of 4 years, here I am.
And what got you kind of like into that at such a young age?
Yeah, so my parents got divorced when I was in 8th grade, right? And then, long story short, I saw half our assets, or half my dad's assets, got like stripped from him, right? So for me, I got under the impression, like, I thought we were gonna go homeless because I saw my dad asking my uncles and his parents for like money for us to like pay rent and shit. And I'm like, oh fuck, we're gonna go homeless. So for me, that really like lit a fire under me, because I never wanted to be broke again. And then I came across a video on YouTube about like Rich Dad Poor Dad, so Robert Kiyosaki, and the thumbnail was like, they don't teach this in school. I'm like, oh shit, like what is this about? So he started saying stuff like, oh, school and college is for like employees, like millionaires get made through like real estate, entrepreneurs, etc. So I'm like, okay, cool, let me give this entrepreneur thing a shot. I looked into real estate wholesaling, right? So our clients, what they're doing right now, I looked into that, and the issue with that is I was like 15 at the time. So in order for a contract to be legally binding, you have to be 18 and older, right? So I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. So I thought about like, what is the next closest thing, right? So for me, I was like, okay, what business can I start where I can make money consistently and learn the skills I need to succeed, right? So for me, that was the marketing agency. So I pretty much went all in on that. I started cold calling. I was cold calling like 6 hours a day, 4 to 6 hours a day for 6 days straight. Not every single, besides Sunday. And after 3 months, I got my first client, and I still have a screenshot, the email of him sending me $300.
Really?
Yeah, so it's crazy. And then I started with like I started in the car industry, so like mobile mechanics, and then I transitioned to car dealerships. And then I transitioned to real estate agents because I could not charge more than like $300 a month. And then I remember bringing on this one who is both an agent and an investor. And he was like, hey man, like you're doing well for the seller leads for the retail side. Can you just do the same for wholesaling? And I already knew about wholesaling. I'm like, can you just tell me more? So I tweaked a little bit, and then we got the same results, and we got better results. So I transitioned to real estate investors. And then I realized how investors are more like business savvy, and they're just smarter and easier people to work with. So for me, I was like, okay, these are people I want to be like, and I want to, and I can still make money off of them. So I'm like, okay, we're going to work with real estate investors. And I went all in on working with real estate investors and genuinely never looked back. So funny thing, they just unsent the message
saying that they were going to be late.
Yeah, that they're going to be late because they're like, hey, what time's your photographer or your videographer going to be here? I'll just say like in 10 minutes. They're probably going to watch this later, so I see everything. We're going to get good content. It's going to be great. So for us, for the both of us, I just told them, hey, take it easy. There's no rush. There's no expectation whatsoever. Just come in, and the biggest thing I ask is for them to just be themselves, right? I don't want them to put on a face just for the camera. So I'm pretty excited, and they'll probably be here shortly. One stories down. Oh my gosh. You guys gotta have the key. Yes, sir. There you guys are. What's up, gentlemen? How are you, dude? Good. You guys close it? Okay. You guys close it?
Let's go. No, not yet.
No, not yet. You guys gonna close it today, right?
Working on it, bro.
Yeah, he had a client come in. The barber, the seller. And he had a client come into the store.
Oh, he's a barber as well.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's no four right there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's up, bud?
Colton.
Joe.
Nice to meet
Derek.
you. Colton.
Charmaine.
Charmaine.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Gerald.
Nice to meet you.
You're rocking with their Canon.
Canon R5. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Make me look beautiful, Colton.
Well.
Nice. That one?
Huh?
Can I check this out?
Of course you can. It's unloaded.
Yeah.
I mean, unloaded. Yeah. So the scope's right there. That's the scope, right?
You working on a deal right now?
A few of those, and we're mainly an acquisitions company. We do have a dispo process that we work on. A lot of the times we get people that want to sell inbound leads that are just super motivated, and at times they're not. They're just trying to look for a price. So what we do is we just pretty much bring them through the whole process. When they're ready to move forward, we'll try to, get it under contract and go find a buyer.
Yeah.
And we get lucky, we might even find something that we want to purchase ourselves. So,
Right.
yeah.
How long have you been doing it?
We've been doing it for about, I think, a solid year and a half with these guys.
Okay.
Myself, I've been doing it since 2020, so it's kind of on and off and solopreneurship, right? And finally got myself really two good guys that can help me execute on some of these deals. So got on with Ben just last year. Been rocking and rolling for like 7 months, and it's been going pretty well so far, man. Yeah.
What was the appeal with real estate?
Man, that's a good question, because I was just telling Charmaine this yesterday. My dad's a contractor, and so he's been in construction for years, and I grew up in it, right? So during the summertime, we would just go out to the projects, because my dad, they had 6 kids. My mom couldn't handle everybody, right? So half of us would go to the job site with my dad, and I was just drenched in construction world. So I was already like business mind like, and wanted to go and see how my dad operates, and just having to grow up with that. My uncle's in real estate, and just the two worlds meshed, and I wanted to get involved. Fell in love with the idea of passive income, but knew quick that like if you didn't have the income to purchase property to then acquire rentals, it was going to be a long road from there. So I stumbled upon wholesaling. Wholesaling was just a great way to get your foot into the door and learning how to transact. Learned how to transact in like a matter of 2-3 years and just understood the whole process. And so wholesaling, I didn't think I was going to get this far into it, but now we're looking to build our company and generate multiple 7 figures. So
Amazing.
yeah.
That's awesome. How long have you been working with them?
It's been like a solid almost 7 months. Yeah, since May. Yeah, it's been pretty good so far, man. The team is awesome. JT is awesome. We were doing like weekly calls with him just to kind of get us onboarded and get us going. And then slowly we just kind of like, all right, monthly meetings up to like quarterly meetings. And since then it's just been, it feels like a high performing coach, right? Because he's teaching us all the things. So you get the marketing agency, you get the inbound leads coming in, then you also get high level coaching from someone like JT. So it's pretty dope, yeah.
What kind of results have you guys been seeing?
Shoot, man, Darren could speak on that, man.
Yeah, results-wise, we've been doing pretty well since we launched with Bolt Deals, Bolt Leads. It's been great, right? Luckily, right off the bat, we got 3 in contract right away, and so we're working on just different deals right now. We have a few that's in the pipeline, so it's been going really well. But we're hoping to lock up just a couple more, hopefully by today. So we're trying to get that done. Prior to teaming up with Bolt, we had done a lot of outbound, learned a lot from there, made some money that way, and then we were able to use those funds into Bolt, and that's brought us up exponentially, right? We went from having a deal in like 3 months to 3 deals in 1 month. And so we've been able to have success that way. But to answer your question, prior to that, we've just been doing outbound. So Bolt has been able to do that for us.
The difference between outbound and inbound is just night and day, right?
Yeah.
So like prior to getting on with Bolt Deals, outbound just looked like a bunch of cold calls, text messages, and door knocking. And now like you can't just do wholesaling doing outbound. Like outbound is great when you're starting off and you're on a budget. But eventually you're gonna have to start getting some inbound leads, especially if we want to stay in it for a while, right?
Sustainability,
And just doing this allowed us to get so much wind behind our backs, allowed us to practice our acquisition skills. Because I was just telling Joe yesterday, like, man, these leads that come in, bro, we're coming up to the bat and we're getting this chance to like swing the bat, right? And it's just a matter of getting that one that's gonna change our lives forever. So we have this thing that can make us millions of dollars. Like, let's work it, man. Let's see what we can do.
Absolutely.
So
That's amazing.
it's been great, man.
It's like a beautiful sales floor. I love it. I believe we can get something today.
Ben, how much money do you think is going to be made in your apartment by the end of the
Hopefully
year?
at least 20 grand. Hopefully at least. Like the goal is to get at least 1 deal under contract and 1 deal sold.
End of day.
Now you don't
End
get
of day goals?
Exactly. End of day goals, right? EOD goals. We don't sleep until we make it happen. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at the KPIs that they sent me, and I'm diagnosing the constraint. And the way I define that is constraint is the bottleneck of the business, and it's always at the top of the flow. So I know that once we solve that bottleneck, or in this case the weakest link, we can unlock the most throughput or results with simple changes, right? For example, if we can cut their qualified lead or MQL, marketing qualified lead, to contract in half, that will, double the output of number of deals or number of profit that they can make. So that's really what I'm going over right now, and ultimately increase their ROAS. Biggest thing I'm glad they really put down here is their operating KPIs, because that tells me like how profitable the company is. Because I know that if you just double the amount of deals, that goes up because of economies at scale, right? And the fact that they have a rolling pipeline because they already have leads in the pipeline is just a massive opportunity for us to go in and just blow it up. Because that's what I try to do. Because what I like to do is I like to go into wholesaling companies, find a constraint, solve a constraint, and then just blow up the company. We just force as much input as we can, ad spend, leads, whatever it is, to blow up the system.
Lock in 53 for you, and we would just put our fee on top and the end buyer's gonna pay for that?
The sooner the better.
Sooner the better, gotcha. Okay, I'll be waiting for that, and I'll send that over, and we'll get your property dispoed for you, bro.
Alright, sounds good, man.
Okay, alright, Jacoby, thank you, bye-bye. Yeah, so this was a deal in North Carolina. A wholesaler got it in contract. He's actually an investor. He mainly buys properties and then he'll fix and flip for cash flow. This one didn't fit his buy box because he couldn't get contractors out there. Whereas us, right, we have a platform that we use to dispo the properties. And when we looked, we had like 50 buyers. And so by getting him in contract and telling him up front that we are not the end buyers, that we can find buyers, he was totally open to that, because you'll have other investors who are not as upfront. They'll say they're the buyers, and it ends up being what's called a daisy chain. And so when title is like the middleman, they're like the referee. When they're working on it, they don't know who to contact because there's like 5 or 6 wholesalers adding their fee on top. So we like to be transparent and upfront to begin with. And by doing so, like just hearing him, he just wants to offload the deal. He doesn't care how he gets his money or who he gets his money, as long as he gets it. And so we wanted to be upfront with him regarding that. So what I'm about to do is I'm gonna send him what's called a non-exclusive agreement, saying that we can market it. And once we find the buyer, we'll put like maybe 10, 15K fee on top of it. Well, he's asking 53, and we're probably gonna mark it out to 63, maybe 70, right? Or 60, 65 possibly. And the ARV, or the after repair value for this property is, the highest is like 180. So the flipper who's gonna buy this, they're gonna end up putting 30K of work, but they're gonna end up making like 30K profit at a minimum, right? So that's what I'm gonna be working on in the next 15 minutes, is getting that contract to do the dispo.
A lot of these investors, they don't have that dispo process. So when they go and they buy the property, they see that it doesn't work out, they put in some work on it, they're like, man, my numbers are off, like I'm gonna just go ahead and offload it. So they understand wholesaling, but they now need to just get rid of it. So they reach out to companies like ours, and we have an entire dispo process. So just to add on what Darren is saying, is we'll get more eyes on the property for him, as he's still looking for buyers on his end. So that non-exclusive agreement is just a marketing agreement that allows us to put on Investor Lift, put on the market, and shop it around. If he ends up selling the property before we do, we don't get a fee off of that, but if we sell it, then we split on the JV. So
we've partnered with Ben on a different front, where we will work with his clients that needs assistance on that. And so far we have one deal closed, and we have one in the pipeline right now that is probably going to close before March.
Amazing.
Close before lunch?
March.
Oh, I thought you said before lunch. It's like, that's awesome. That's perfect. That's perfect.
I was just gonna ask, how did that lead come in?
So that lead came in through inbound, right? That was this morning. Yeah, the deal came through with one of Ben's leads.
Amazing.
He was saying like, do you guys have like 10 deals that are closing?
I don't know about 10, but we have a good amount of them closed.
How much are you guys gonna make?
One's a novation. We're
Okay.
gonna make around 45K on that one. No, I'm sorry. We got 320 offer, so it's gonna be slightly around 45 to 50K, depending on the commission and how that breaks down. We got one from Bold Deals as well. It's a crazy situation, negative equity. Got negative equity. The guy got a new job in Colorado Springs. He couldn't move because he didn't have the money to move, didn't have the money to clean out his house and just get it ready for the MLS.
Mhm.
So I helped him out. I got like 10K in the deal, clearing out that house, helping him move, getting him into his new spot. He's gonna do a testimony for us because he really appreciated the
See,
help.
testimonials are valuable.
Yeah, and we're gonna make a good little spread on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, I'll leave you to it.
With this deal that you guys are working on, or that you're working on, what are you guys expected to make out of it? How big of a deal is it?
So we're acquiring it. We're gonna take it down actually and hold it for maybe at least 10 years, 5 to 10 years.
Okay.
Right at closing, we should get around $100,000 kickback. But we're not gonna spend it. It's gonna be for holding costs, and
Right.
capital expenditures, and vacancies, and we might. But what we can do about around half of that 100,000, we can reinvest it to a quicker turnaround investment.
And how did you get that lead for that one?
This lead I got not through Bold Deals, but through a connection from Bold Deals.
So in working with Bold Deals, you're not only getting inbound leads, you're also getting JV partnerships.
JV partnerships, some really cool relationships. So there's this one lead that came in, right? He was actually the founder or CEO, I'm not quite sure, of the General Insurance.
Wow.
They sold it to the company that owns it now, that hired Shaq and everything. But he and myself, we partnered up because he has something called Safe Shelter. It's assisted living, modular, foldable homes that you can pop up one in 20 minutes, and they're really nice. They have full shower, kitchenette. It's for the homeless crisis and the housing crisis. So we're working deals with different cities, like the city of Berkeley. In SoCal right now, he has 3 different SoCal cities reaching out to him, but they don't want to pay for it right now. So I have an investor who's willing to put up $150 million if they're willing to pay a certain amount of interest. But I don't know if we're going to be able to pull that with the city. But all through a connection from a lead from Bold Deals. Crazy. Yeah. But we're working a bunch of deals. This dude has sourced me some crazy commercial properties and connection to the decision maker. So he's super legit, super connected for sure.
Amazing.
Yeah, so this number, yes.
Yes, please. I would appreciate that.
Okay. All right, got you.
Thank you, Lakita. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Dude, she's so easy to work with. I love it, bro.
The seller?
Yeah. So this seller, she's not the one on title, but I had the conversation with her uncle who owns the property. It's 3 parcels, so 3 lots, 2 houses, and they're livable. Replace the roof, replace the HVAC, and so what they're looking for is just a quick cash sale because they're going through some issues. So what's cool about it is she's just trying to move it along, and she's like, all right, this is a cool process because I'm understanding it too, and I know one day I'm gonna have to go through it, but I could just tell she's just over with this because it's something that they're looking to offload and hoping to move these funds over to getting into multifamily with her uncle.
What makes it a deal? What makes it a deal in your opinion?
3 lots, has a garage on it, 2 buildings on those 3 lots, and they already had taken care of all the big ticket items, the roof, the HVAC. It was renting at one point for considerably, I forgot, I think somewhere around $1,200 for the 2-bedroom and $1,350 for the 3-bed. So anyone that wants to get in there and just clean it up and rent it back out, or even possibly flip it.
What's ARV?
ARV is 180 just based off our data, but I think a buyer that's going in there, they're gonna go based off of how much it can cash flow, so it's gonna be hard to tell. But what I'm getting is 180, locked it up for 45 and wholesale it for 60. Associated with a home here, and I'm actually looking to offload a property. Are you guys currently buying projects?
We can't
If the price is right.
I love it. I love it. I do have some in Mansfield, Ohio, and we're looking to let it go. There's 2 properties, 2 houses on these 3 parcels. I have it locked up at a considerably decent price. It does need some work, and so we're just looking for the right buyer for it.
Okay.
Okay. I could go ahead and send you some details on it, and we have photos, so I can send you that as well.
Do you text it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead. That's fine.
Awesome. Are you currently flipping? Is it you and your partner?
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. I see you guys also hold properties.
Yes, we do.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, let me know. I'll send it over, and if you want walkthrough, I could definitely arrange something. Both of the properties are vacant, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Bye.
Bye.
Cool. That was one of these buyers in that area, so hopefully it could be a good fit for them. They have like 27 properties in their portfolio, so hopefully this is something that they can just quickly get in there and just turn it around, or keep it in their portfolio, because there's 2 properties on there. So it's, you know, it's a cash flow for sure.
All right, y'all.
Oh man. It's funny because I thought I'd be nervous on the camera. I have 0 nerves. I hit up my content guy when I had to my YouTube guy when I stepped out. I was like, hey man, like when it comes to case studies like this, it's good to share. Like I wanted his like validation, I guess, to share like the awkwardness and the like the flaws, because it shows that they have a personality, and it makes it relatable. Because how many people can relate? How many wholesalers specifically can relate to somebody doing exactly? How many of them can relate to like making $1 million a year? Not many of them. It's good to have a few of those here and there, but for me, it's like if I can just showcase what the not average, but like what a normal day in the life looks like of a real estate investor, and see like the rejections and the flaws, and then we get a deal out of that. So it's like ups and downs of a roller coaster of a story. That's like good. You know what I mean? It's like good storytelling. So that's something I thought about, and I thought it was a limiting belief for me, but I'm cool with it now.
Yeah. What are we doing, Ben?
Shooting a podcast. They're gonna be here soon. They're getting food right now, so Zach here is getting all the mics and stuff set up for them, and it's good to see that we could run a little bit over and pay a little bit more, which is awesome, because I'd rather have a long podcast than a rush podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
More money for
100%.
Zach.
Huh?
You don't want to rush it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited.
Amazing.
I mean, I've shot here before already, so yeah, and like they're clients of my company, and I'm just gonna document it.
Oh, okay, nice. Never mind. Okay, Ben, never mind.
Where were you guys?
Oh man, it was the line at the taco joint was like a little
I was like,
too long.
How many of you have done podcasts before?
We have a podcast.
like
Oh, really?
in-person podcast, not like
Oh,
Not in
never.
person. Nope.
This is your first in-person?
In person.
I remember when I did my first virtual podcast or in-person podcast, I was like, shit, my knees were shaking. I was like 15 or 16 at the time. And where are you guys headed? What is the long-term vision of this company?
I would say All Pro Home Solutions is going to be your #1 real estate acquisitions company in NorCal.
Thank you.
Dude, that was fun.
So sweaty.
Darren, how's the podcast?
It was nice. It was first one, a little nerve-wracking, but I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah, I think it went really smooth.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you guys did a really good job.
Yeah. Okay.
pretty smooth.
Yeah.
To us too.
You guys are
I thought I tripped up my words a couple of times.
You guys did great.
No, you good, yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. I mean, you've
Yeah.
watched podcasts before. People trip up all the time.
Yeah, he'll just edit that out.
So how's that any different? You know?
Yeah.
I feel like
What the fuck is this guy doing, bro? Learn to fucking drive.
All right, Ben. How did your podcast go?
I think it went pretty good, right? I sensed they were a little bit nervous,
Oh yeah.
which I expected, because it was their first podcast like in person. So I sense a bit of nervousness, but I feel like that's good in a way, because the goal with podcasts is to share like raw, unfiltered thoughts, I guess is a good way to put it. So I think it's a pretty good podcast. We didn't run over time, which is awesome. And I think it was a good podcast.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it went really smoothly. I think you asked a lot of really good questions.
Really?
It felt you were a really good host. I thought you were asking
think so?
really good questions.
Oh shit, that means a lot.
And I think they had really good answers too.
Yeah.
And I liked when they would converse with each other as
Yeah,
well.
dude, I love that too, because I would run out of stuff to talk about, and they'll just start asking each other stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like perfect. But yeah, well, if you think I did good, then that's good. Hopefully it turns out well, and people get good engagement from it. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Cool. Sounds good. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Do you have any life advice for the viewers?
Life advice.
A young, hungry entrepreneur.
Young hungry entrepreneur, just don't give up. You ever see those things where it's like they're interviewing you, and then they're always like, don't give up? I genuinely mean it, don't give up. But if you're starting out, what I would say is find a good mentor.
Yeah.
Because one good mentor will change your life. What the fuck happened to this guy? Oh, his flat tire. Look at his flat tire.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Anyways, there's life advice right there. Always have a pump on you. Some good life, so you get stranded. But yeah, find a good mentor. Be willing to fail fast. Make mistakes. And
Learn from them.
Learn from them. Yeah, most importantly. Don't just make mistakes to make mistakes. That's being stupid, right? But yeah.
Here we are, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. I gotta love. I eat here every day, so can't help it. Thank you. Fail fast, fail forward, and find a good mentor. I'm 19. Who wants to get life advice from a 19-year-old, right?
Hey, a lot of people could.
You know, just gotta live life, and then we're gonna go eat a badass steak later.
I'm excited about that.
At Boa?
Yeah.
Shit's expensive. Shit's
that.
expensive.
I'll keep it light for you.
Yeah, it's expensive. Like, fuck, I have to pay for this. But I wanted to go like hike a mountain tomorrow. Or one of the hills. I might. I'm Hill of Life, I think is what you told me it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of want to go. I want to explore the city. I can't be just staying at home. This is my issue. I stay at home too much and I work too much, which I don't know if it's a bad thing, but I gotta go out and explore the city more. But yeah. But the view, if you just look up, is crazy. So, funny thing, one of our clients who is here, I just got a message that they're about to lock up a deal before traveling back to Cali. So one of our goals of having them and get a deal here is through. So we're pretty much there. The only thing is, I just hope they recorded it. I don't care if the quality's good. I hope they recorded it. That way we can share it with you guys, those who's watching this, to show you guys that, hey, we're actually closing a deal. So, fingers crossed. We're about to go to dinner with them. It's 8 o'clock. It's about to be 8 o'clock. Our dinner's at 9. We have reservations. I got reservations for us at a steakhouse at 9 o'clock. And hopefully, again, cross my fingers, that they recorded that they recorded themselves locking up that deal, so we can share it with you guys. So the funnest part about having a girl over.
Where are we at, Ben?
We're at Boa Steakhouse. It's a block away from my apartment. So
Bank of America Steakhouse.
Yeah, exactly.
It's best in Austin.
Yeah, that's probably what it stands for. Is that what it stands for?
Yes.
Is that what it stands for?
If you guys, I'm gonna leave my card for you guys. If you ever need anything, you guys
Are
give
you
me
the
a call.
manager? Because I have his contact.
Yeah.
Bottom line, we
Making connections everywhere you go.
told you, bro.
Not to.
I got you.
Why are all y'all here?
This guy.
What's going on?
They're my client.
Yeah.
We shot a podcast.
He's 19 years old, but yeah,
Hey,
we're just
whoa.
fine.
19?
Age is just a number.
Yeah, we're friends.
What do you do?
I run a marketing company.
Okay. Is it YouTube? What is it? Does it
So
involve?
I run ads for them.
We're
make that
real
money.
estate investors.
I never met a Asian girl named Amanda.
Hey, she liked you, Gerald. You just wouldn't pay her attention. The waitress. She was feeling you, but you weren't saying nothing to her.
Bro,
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Don't listen to Darren. If you paid attention, she likes Darren.
How was your experience on the podcast?
man, you know what? It was cool, man. You know, like who was it? Was it Content Brothers?
Who's their business partners?
Their business partners, yeah. So it was a cool experience. I loved how it was more about all pro, and it was really opening us up to talk about our business and like the frustrations and some of the stuff that we're going through. So overall, I think that itself is going to help us grow.
Yeah. Was that your first podcast ever?
In-person podcast, yes.
You guys do?
We do Iron Sharpens Iron, REI podcast, and my guy Gerald has his channel, Gerald Don Air. After hours, he got. That's what's that.
I have an OnlyFans, Darren OnlyFeeds.
Oh, mine's Joe Jalapeno.
Joe Jalapeno.
So, my last name's Ha. The episode was hella good, or the podcast that we did. And people are gonna gravitate to it because it's real stories and stuff. But I think what people really look for, because I know what us three look for when we're watching YouTube and stuff. We're looking for literally breaking down the strategy, the steps.
That's why I was trying to get you guys to break down this one thing.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about stories and stuff, but I thought you were gonna keep going for another hour or something.
No, the guy literally was like 10 minutes left.
Well, I know.
I wanted to keep going.
I was thinking that too.
I wanted to keep going.
It felt like it was getting something. But it was tight though. I think people like that.
How was your experience?
My experience was good on the podcast, telling our stories to whoever wants to know, But yeah, I was just saying that I think what people are looking for when they watch YouTube and stuff is actual, like Darren was saying, actionable items or strategies to profit, you know what I mean? Like more
Value.
value, exactly. Yeah. More value, yeah. More value.
Every video that I create on YouTube, I try to leave it with takeaways and action items. I'm like, because if people don't pay attention, they get to the end and like, okay, I have a summary of things that I could just follow and the action items. So like, what can I do after this video that actually is gonna make me money? Right. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people lack.
I mean, there's two things. You shoot it for entertainment, right? And then
no, on my channel it's strictly education. I don't have time. Like shit like this is entertainment, but that's about it.
I mean, yeah. But if you can mix both, that's like winning.
That's where stories come out. That's why I do stories. That's why I want to share stories.
You got to be able to tell stories really well.
Yeah.
Honestly, Ben, if you're doing everything you're supposed to do, like what you're doing, like should work. If the wholesalers is supposed to do everything that they're supposed to do, like this should work. Like this should be a no-brainer for them. But they have to do everything that they're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
What do you? That's you're like speaking to the
That's
choir.
like half the battle, right?
Tell JT that.
Yeah,
He's gonna be like, oh my god, I'm glad you get it.
Yeah.
But he just did.
Say that again?
I caught that all.
Oh, beautiful.
This is why I love this guy.
Yeah. Exactly. Like he's doing everything that he has to do, but the wholesalers, like they need to do everything that they need to do to get the leads. You know what I mean?
To close the lead.
To close the lead.
I get the lead.
Yeah. You give them everything, but they just have to do everything that they're supposed to do.
There's that saying where like you can sell the muscle, but not everybody has the hustle.
They might have the money, but they don't have the hustle.
Oh my god, you guys are telling me what I like. I'm preaching to people. I'm like,
How many contacts do you think my guy thinks are good?
are you gonna put it in his mouth? Oh. I thought you were gonna put it in his mouth.
Can I get
That's
my
not part of the service.
You're gonna pay extra for that?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got it.
Bro, that's Chinese. Don't ever do that again, bro. Don't ever do that again.
Don't do
Thank you.
Mashed potatoes.
Sure, does it come with it?
Oh my goodness.
Are you gonna feed him?
It's right
Thank
there.
you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna feed him. That's crazy. I thought you were gonna like feed him. No, it's my second time here.
Enjoy, brother.
There she is. Now she's gonna come. There it is. Hey, Casper.
All right.
Thank you.
How's it? How's it?
I'm about to cry.
I know. That's what I'm telling you, man.
I'm about to cry. This is delicious,
That's why I was like,
bro.
I hope. I was like, dude, I was praying you guys would be okay with coming here over the sushi place.
How's your food, Ben?
This is fucking awesome. It's so good. You want a piece?
I'll take a little piece. How's your food there?
Fire, bro. Fire.
Wait, you didn't get a salad, did you? That's it?
I did, yeah.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
a salad.
I got you a piece. Dude, crazy.
Darren, how's your food?
Good. It's good. Real good.
How's your food?
Amazing.
I feel like he's too quiet in the corner. How's your food?
Pretty good. Yeah, really good.
Amazing.
Can you just a little water about that? Anything else I can grab you right now?
Nope.
That's it for
Could
now.
be
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.